Bonnie Raitt there on the radio there. You'd be well entertained if you put some Bonnie Raitt on your background. What we'll do, I done already started on it. I just happened to remember. This one right here is the one that was in question as to how good the cylinder sleeve was. So we'll open it up and see. There's some pretty good parts on these engines. Actually, some very good parts. Enough to where I think out of this, I got these up there at River Valley Auction. I'll pour them out to you here. I think somebody's already had this head off, but one of these bolts was loose and one of them's upside down right there, not too tight. So we'll prise that off. But this is what you're gonna find. If you go to an auction sale and you buy an engine, this is what you're gonna come home with. And then you start tearing it apart, and the gas tank costs $100, you know. So, and you're gonna have to put rings in it. So, you know, you do the math on it. Now this one here so far has got a good choke in it. That one over there does not. But they're available. You can get them things, you know. And it's an important part too, that choke right there. I tell you what, about that choke. Actually, this one right here is all of the little things is broke off yonder. Where it comes over on that stop on that one, this one still has it. Well, what happens when them things is broke off, you can actually have your spring set tight enough to where it'll push that up and go past level, and that way some air, some suction can get in there, so down through the carburetor. So that's setting on that governor butterfly thing right there is real important. You know, it's really important. That little butterfly thing right there is important enough to where if it's as bad as this one right here, you shouldn't run this engine. All of the little back part back there where it comes over and stops. It will just be freewheeling in space there. Totally controlled by the springs on the governor. That spring's really important too right there. You know. But international, in the book, they say that this was one of their selling points. You could just take take your lines loose, take them 4 bolts, and get that right up off there, and touch up your valves a little bit with some compound if it was ever needed. These right here, 3 1.5 horsepower Type M. All 3 of these engines are the igniter, the EK magneto type with a spark plug. These 2 was 3 horsepower EK spark plug. The oh yeah, push rod and all. Oh yeah, I took these off the other day. It's kind of, well, not too good. Actually, you don't want to be prizing on the front of this block right here because it's really thin. I'm just saying, you'll learn that when you crack one of them. Okay, we'll see what we got. Yeah. Well, oh yeah, we'll be able to get this engine running right here. Yeah, I think it was a little bit of time went by there when I didn't record nothing. But you can see I done took them two heads off right there. I got these two. These are 3 horsepowers. I got these two in the house in there, and I just took this one off. Took this one off. Now let's take this one off right here, and we'll look at them. We'll study on them. I think this head here has been off sometime in the past for some reason, and I think it wasn't tight. So it's going to be interesting to see what we find in there. But you know, if you're going to have one of these old engines, you know, you have to start somewhere. So this is a good place as any. Whoa. Now this right here is from, this engine came from, that's pretty neat. I hope there ain't nothing in there. I'm going to bring the camera over here and show you that. This engine here, and this engine here came from up there at old William-d-Munyon. Up there where that tractor was on top of that silo and it fell down yonder. Auction sale. So these are old Williams engines, and these two here came from, well, I had them in queue for a long time, but them two engines came from up yonder at, well, look it up on you, just, you know, when you get done with this video right here, click on Google it, say, hey, whatever the girl's name is there on Google, 100 gas engines. And them two engines right there is in that video. I'm just saying. But let's move that camera over here. And now, this engine did not have a spark plug in it. And this valve right here is open that much. That's the way it was. It's got a compensator in there, but it didn't have a choke plate on it. The exhaust is clean and clear, but the exhaust valve is closed, so the little mouse couldn't have come up that way. I'd say it had to come in through the spark plug hole. But this is what you find in a gas engine, and you just deal with it. It does have a gasket on this, on the head part right there. Don't have no glue on it. There ain't no glue there. Don't look like. But this is what you find in these engines right here. So let's open it up. I think it's a little. I'm gonna get a longer thing. That's too short. I don't think there's nothing living in there, but you know, there's some kind of, yeah. You know, that's a lot right there. But I wonder what that is. That looks like some kind of, maybe a blanket chewed up, a wool blanket or something. But he would have been warm. But that covers him up under it, that sail. And but these engines were stored out there in a real dry barn or great big shed, so you know it would not be unusual for a little mouse to take up residence. But yeah, we'll get that out of there, and I'm gonna electrolyze inside that cylinder right there. I believe it'll be. I'm gonna quit scraping on it. I believe it'll be all right now that we got that. I'm gonna label it as a little mouse nest found in a gas engine, uninhibited. But that's what you're gonna find, and as well as the head. And I'd say he come through that spark plug hole, or she. Oh yeah, so yeah, I think somebody took this apart. It looks like it's been cleaned years ago, and it was stuck back together. So this might be a little better than what it looks like. So that's what we're dealing with. I'm from here in Middle Tennessee. Just a little cleanup here in the backyard. Y'all come on back. We'll do something else next week, maybe. You know, might be able to see something down in there, but you know, all appearance. We'll clean that out of there. All appearance, this engine right here looked like it would be able to get to running. You know, it's got a fuel pump and everything on it, but and those valves, both of them moves. But stems are rusted and corroded. So, you know, just as a general purpose, rebuild, repair, put 2 valves in there, you know. So, that's what that looked like. So, oh yeah. You know, it saved the good parts, you know. Something scrap metal, you know, put in a scrap metal pile. That's all I'm going to say about that. Now line them up. Put them in queue. We get to them when we can. From here in Middle Tennessee. Shop Dog Sound.